Hello, everyone, and welcome to Friday Night, your Friday Night Tune-Up. I'm your co-creator, Hillis, Pugh, along with...
Rebecca Gregory here. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Friday Night Tune Up. Thank you for joining us and tuning in either now or later. I just had to get myself situated. I forgot to put my pillow underneath me.
You know,
It's
it's
hot.
a beautiful day in sunny Florida.
Uh, well, it's hot here, but yeah.
Yeah, it's hot everywhere in Florida this time. It doesn't matter where you live. But in saying that, we are in a new month, the second day of September. And yesterday I did just like a little mini energy update. And
I did
if you got...
catch that, by the way.
You did?
Hmm.
Oh,
I
yay.
didn't tell you, but I did. I told you last night.
And so I didn't get a chance to really get in too deep with it, but what I want to say here is and well, before I get into it, I just want to say welcome everyone, welcome Indigo, welcome Deborah, welcome Bridget, welcome everyone who is
Yeah,
watching us
welcome.
tonight.
Thanks for joining us tonight.
Yes. And so as we're in this new month of energy, this new day, this new week, and each and every single day is a new energy in itself. Is it just like you're new every day? When you wake up, new situations, new experiences, so is the day. And the day is has its own energy and frequency, its own field of resonance. And as that energy settles in, it moves and it transforms and it morphs. And so do we. So we kind of have to step into that. And so as I was sharing with Rebecca a few days ago, I had this really amazing dream where this new pull, and when I say new, everyone, just to let you know that this is brand new energy. When I say new, it's brand new energy that is entering in on the planet. And actually, as I say that, more stuff is coming in that we'll talk about later. But it was this new pull of light, this new portal of pull of energy. And as I was connecting to it, it just allowed for more of the streams and the flows of life to be more at ease. Because in the past year, people have been in this space of desperate energy or churning along or just, all the law of abundant energies and frequencies and the frustration, the stress, the anxiety, all that stuff. And as we sat in that energy, made it a bit more challenging for us to go about our day. But as this new pool and portal of energies opened up, and you have to connect to it, it's not just going to find you, you have to find it. It's just allowing for more of a resonance to connect and to be in your field of energy to allow for more of what you want as we step into more of an abundant society, more of an abundant world.
You done?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just in this, as you're talking about abundance, I have tapped in and I've been feeling it the last couple days is, just moving into, yeah, it's just an excitement. It's just a new, and you talk about the new waters and there's a new spark in the air
Yeah.
and it's fun and it's playful. And if you can tap into it, it's like this. I mean, right now, what I'm just feeling up inside is this bubbling up inside of me of like this explosion, like that is about to happen. And I hope everybody else is tapping into that energy. And I know a lot of stuff is going on in the world, and I'm not ignoring that. But the truth of the energy, if you can tap into it, is that fun, playful, joyful creation, creative energy that's bubbling up. And some people have exploded already, some people in the middle of it, and it's just a new fun excitement. It's like so many people out there, have been on a path and a journey on one way, shape, or form, and I feel like it's just been kind of like, oh, here we go again, another thing we have to do, another thing we got to look at. I thought I cleared that. Has everybody been there? Like, oh my
I'm
God,
still there. What are you
we're
talking
still
about?
there. However, in saying that though, it's just like there's a lightness around it now. like if something comes up, it's like, okay, here we go again. Before it was like, oh God, here it comes again, and now it's like a different energy. It's like a fun energy. Like, okay, let's do
Yeah.
this now. Here this
Yeah.
comes again. Okay, universe, I got this. I have learned my lesson. Just kind of like a fun. It's okay. Giving it's a permission. We've all given ourselves to start to step forward at a whole new, exciting to create this magical world that's opening up, and I'm just expressing energy that's coming out of
Yeah.
me right
No.
now. It is like that. It's just like you can't contain it right now. It's
No.
there's an uneasy, like, just kind of movement with it, but you can't wrap your arms around it yet because it hasn't really created itself. So it's just like this, this just pool of joy boiling up
Yeah.
inside. I'm done
You
now.
know, no, and I like what you said there because the beauty of this is that yeah, there are still things that I have to go back and say, okay, here we go again. This whole the whole lessons and is on repeat. But one, there's an acceleration to this excitement of moving past this. And I have clients who have seen therapists, psychotherapists, clinical therapists, psychologists, who all the people who talk. You sit there and you have a talking session, and it's like, oh, I thought I was done with that. I talked about this 10 years ago, or 5 years ago, or 2 years ago. Well, I mean, if it's coming up again, it's still in the energetic field. But now, as we're in this process of accelerating the energies, there, as you said, there's this joy of it being the last hurrah of what it is. So like this the last time that I have to deal with this, simply because that we are fully moving into, well, I can say about a quarter or a third of the collective is moving into, or has moved and anchored into, the fourth dimensional energy, which is the energy of transmutation, the energy of letting go as we prepare to move into 5D. But go ahead. I know you had something that's just pinging over there, full of
I
excitement and
forgot.
rainbows. What? You
I
forgot?
I forgot it went out the door. Oh, I was just saying different layers when you were talking. It was like people are at different layers right now, of where they are. So, but the ones that have been doing this work. Oh, I know what I wanted to say. I wanted to say also with those energies, and I talked about this before, how the universe is showing up right now. There's two things that are showing up. A are things, one, A, B, are yes, things that are still triggering that we might still need to release out of our field. Okay. But two, and I've said this before, also showing us where we've been.
Yeah.
So the universe is sometimes when something happens, step back and say, is this, have I released it all the way? Or is this just showing me as a remind? Look, it's almost like a congratulations is happening. The universe is giving us a pat on the
Yes.
back right now saying, look, you guys, we're showing this to you because this is how you used to function. This is where you used to be. This is what used to happen to you when stuff would come up. Like, look where you are now. Way
Yes.
to go. Stop beating yourself up.
Way to go, collective.
Way to go, collective. Keep it coming on. And as I said that, I pulled out something tonight that I said I needed to talk about. So I'm feeling like this is a great time to bring those up.
Yes. Well, can I tell a story really quick? That's
No,
kind of,
no, 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 no. Yes, tell a story.
oh no, because I think this is in perfect alignment with what you're about to read, and it's like a bridge to all of this. And so, what's beautiful is that today, someone reached out to me who I have not heard from in years. I actually forgot and didn't even remember this individual from grade school, from seventh and eighth grade. And she is an empath and spiritual person like me. But she reached out to me, and it touched my heart so beautifully because she says to me, Hillis, I always appreciated you because you were so kind to me, because I was always picked on and teased in that time. And mind you, I completely almost erased the seventh and eighth grade from my life because that was such a time of traumatic space for me. You know, going through puberty and my body's doing all these weird things and all this weirdness and smells and all this stuff is happening and being
What
teased.
smells?
When you go through puberty, there's this whole chemical chain reaction happening in your
Oh,
body.
yeah,
I'm
okay.
not going to get
I'm
into
s
that.
I'm just like, "What smells?" I'm so
And then plus with my last name being what it was, I was traumatized
okay.
at that time. But she says to me, it's like, I just remember how kind and nice you were and how your mom had that amazing graduation party that you hosted. And she's telling me all these things that I have no recollection of. But I say all of that is to say this, is that it doesn't matter where we are or what you are in the process of remembering or recovering or connecting with. It is in that space that we just simply allow ourselves to receive, allow ourselves to understand that I've always been the person I've always have been since the time I was a kid. It's
Mhm.
the life experiences and the trauma that we have endured that made me forget, because trauma sometimes equals us forgetting, being forgetful, and that's okay. But now, as we move into this space of acceleration, and clearing and of abundance, we now say, "I'm done."
No more, no more.
Yes, exactly.
I love that. I love that you brought that up. And that's so true. What you said about how you impacted that girl's life and
Yeah.
how we forget in our forgetfulness of our own monkey mind and our own beating ourselves up, that we sometimes, we get in this mindset of looking at ourselves of the untruth of who we are. So
Yeah.
you were reminded of the truth you truly are. So that was really cool. And that's what
Yeah.
I was saying before, how the universe is opening up to show us to show us where we've been and always been, so we can stay in our truth. And that's what's coming. That's what's popping up right now is just the truth of who we are
Mm-hmm.
on so many levels, on so
Yeah.
many levels, and letting go of the nonsense. And in saying that, I am going to go tell what came to me today. Well, it didn't come to
The
me today. I was cleaning up today, and this piece of paper came out, which is something. So you have those teachings that you always hold on to, that always you use along the way, no matter what, and they're just timeless teachings. So this is one that I love, which is from the Four Agreements. Don Miguel, who I started. Many people have heard me discuss. I kind of started my journey. That's where everything began for me, with the Toltec teachings. So I started. My first book was Toltec Wisdom for Dummies. So that's where I began my journey. So the Four Agreements is part of those teachings. So I wanted to read them tonight because right now, with the shift and everything going on, they're really important right now, just to remind. So I just want to remind, if you've read them, awesome. If you haven't, here they are. The first one: be impeccable with your word. And that, speak with integrity, in truth. Say only what you mean. Speak with kindness. Avoid speaking against yourself. We're going to repeat that one. Avoid speaking against yourself. And
yes.
avoid gossiping about others.
Yes. Can I just add something to that little part?
Yes, you may.
And so and this is a big one, when you say, don't speak against yourself. I just want to reiterate that by saying that our body, the cells, the intelligence of our body, the intelligence of our brain, the intelligence that we carry, the intelligence that's in our field, does not recognize the difference when we are talking ill about someone else or ourselves. It
Mhm,
only recognizes the vibration of
mhm.
that and hears the words, even if it's in a joking matter. It is not of that. So you have to allow yourself to always be kind and speak your truth with eloquence and impeccable. with integrity. So it's that, yeah. Go ahead.
Go ahead. I know you're the word man.
No, I'm done.
And no, no, no. I said, and that's beautiful. Thank you for expressing that because it is. It's about the energy and the vibration. So, number two, which this is probably, well, this is a really big one. Don't take anything personally.
How can you not?
Yeah. Be immune to the opinions and actions of others, no matter what they are. Believe this: what others do and say is never about you. And no, and next point to that is not taking anything personally. You won't be the victim of needless suffering.
Oh, see,
It's a
see,
big one. And
yeah,
and that's like so huge to the amount of, you know, it stems down so deep. We're talking about the chocolate chip cookie again now. To like, don't take it personally if you're out with someone and they're dressed in this crazy ass outfit that's making you feel uncomfortable.
yeah. You have to look at why is
Down
it
to
making
that
you
point.
uncomfortable.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Don't take anything personally is down to that, like narrowed all the way down to that. I mean, just as an example. So it's so huge in what we take personally.
And so there's also another thing to that too. And I'm going to say two sentences and I'll be done.
You say what you want.
That when we talk about suffering, we often talk about the Buddhist teachings or the Tao and all those other teachings about suffering, but it's in the collective consciousness that we have to suffer in order to make it, that we have to endure this, we have to endure that, or 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 we don't have like a badge to show, or we don't have our badge of honor to that we have made it through. The suffering is traumatization. The act of suffering is inflicting trauma onto oneself.
Mhm.
Now, how we got there, I don't know, but I know how we get out of that.
Well,
But
I
it's
know what's running through my head right now. I might not even say it, but yes, I get you.
no, but it's just interesting how we have allowed ourselves to be in this collective space of suffering, and how we, have these inset beliefs of, well, I'm doing my best, but only if I could suffer just a little bit more. But why are we choosing to suffer when we don't have to?
Exactly. We've been conditioned to think that.
Yeah,
And stemming back,
exactly.
and I'm gonna say it, a lot of it stems back to the church
Yeah.
in teachings. And that's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna get into it, but a lot of it, um, that conditioning of the center, you know what I mean? And I don't want to get into religious conversation, but I'm just saying that's
Uh,
kind of what came through my head is all that, you're going to hell if you this, whatever. Anyway, we'll get off that. But
yeah.
in saying that, I love that, don't take it personally because we are moving into a new energy. We and if you look at it from a higher point of view, you know, we kind of came here to human school.
Yes.
So coming to human school and what we signed up for, part of that was learning these emotions and that AKA suffering. Um, to that was just part of human strengths to move past it. This is what we signed up for, if you want to look at it from that point of view. But however, humanity's moving now to a different space that we don't have to choose that anymore. Like human school's changing people. Now we're rolling out of, it's like we're going to the next level of human school.
Yeah, I think we're moving into like high school or college level now.
Yes. We
We
graduated.
haven't we quite haven't reached the postgraduate or master's programs
We're
yet.
getting there. Humanity's moving along slowly but surely, but we're getting there. We're on the turtle path to find our way home. But it's all good. It's all part of the process. And
Yes.
and I love to talk about this lightly in a way, in that, now it's fun to really play. We were talking about playful energies and don't take things personally. And I just, really been stepping into more, people have talked about this before, of looking at your world as, a play or a movie, or, kind of like, and where you want to play, and to take the heaviness off of what might be happening around you or to you, you know what I mean, with people in your life or something like that, to say, oh, this is part of the play, moving on, to kind of bring a lightness around it. Oh, this is what we're experiencing today, and
Yeah.
just have fun in the experience and play with it instead of allowing it to be ingrained in our cells and our body and taking it on. So anyhow, that's enough on that.
Exactly.
Any more on that one?
Nope. Number three.
We're number 3. Oh my gosh, number 3. We could go on for hours on number 3. You ready, people? Number 3. Everybody sit back, because I know you all up in here. Don't make assumptions. Yep,
Or
yep.
you're gonna make an ass out of you.
Yes, people have different perspectives. Ask questions. Be clear as possible with your communications. Ask what you want and need. And
Yeah.
how many people get themselves stuck in a bind because they're afraid, and this is one of my biggest lessons here lately, of not speaking completely in words of exactly what you want, out of fear of what the response of that person will be. So we
Yeah.
make assumptions because we don't feel like being direct and in our heart with what we want to say. And then it just swirls around to create a whole mess of chaos within ourselves, instead of just speaking up and speaking our mind at the beginning and standing in our truth and knowing that we can stand in that truth and ask those questions to get exactly what we require.
Well, I think it goes beyond that just a little bit too. I mean, it's always about asking the right questions,
Mhm.
but also too, we move into this elemental space of basing we get in our head and we base the responses from previous engagements
Mhm.
and experiences with the individual or individuals that we come in contact with. And
Exactly.
so that plays a role in us asking or stepping or asking for what we want, stepping in our truth and believing that we can have it. It all plays a role into that because it sits in the energy of our confidence and our power. Because if we get turned down, shot down, turned away, pushed back, then it's like, oh well, you already played yourself before you can even play the game. You
Mhm.
ended the game before you even played it.
Exactly.
I know I've done that many times,
Mhm.
and there's a certain level of freedom that comes with the energy of now, the energy that is present now, that
Exactly.
you allow yourself, especially for those who feel that they were the victim of their own words or a victim of ending the game before it was played, that's in that same energy. So now we have to allow ourselves to say, you know what? I'm done being a sucker. I'm done being a victim. I'm done being whatever you want to call it. Whatever you want to call it. Now it's the time to like, you know what? I'm just gonna start all over again. And it's kind of fun to start over again and to really exercise your power, your willfulness, your
Mhm.
voice. It's kind of fun to start over because it's not almost, it's you are allowing for this new version to emerge. And so that's the beauty of that.
Exactly. And opening up to that energy in that space. Yes, we are. You're moving tonight. I know I was telling Hillis before the show, I was actually watching some of our old shows last night. I don't know, I just got in thing. And I was watching how much I move. I'm like, oh my God, I move around a lot. Hillis all sits all still, and I'm like, wow, all over the place up.
Yeah, I'm like
Anyway,
super stoic because I'm channeling energy. Not saying that you're not, but I channel in a different
oh,
way.
I gotta move. But I just found it comical last night. It's like, oh my gosh, do I move around a lot? That's so funny.
Yeah.
Anyway, just an observation I thought I'd share. And so you ready for number 4? Do, do, do. Number 4, always do your best. And know your best is going to change from moment to moment. Under any circumstance, Simply do your best, and you will free yourself from self judgment, self abuse, and regret.
I think that one kind of like sums it up, says it all. Because, I mean, even as I sit here and I think about it, there were times, when I wasn't feeling well.
Hmm.
And I know me, I mean, well, we are all our own worst critics and judges, right?
Exactly.
And so we know what we're capable of at any given moment, but when you're not feeling well, it's like, no, I want to do it. I got to do it. It has to be done. And then and you just go on this rampage and this roller coaster. And then someone comes along and says, you don't feel well. Why don't you just relax? And then he's like, I guess, okay, you're right. And so it takes someone else to give us that peace, that comfort, to let us know that it's okay not to do something. And why should we hear from someone else rather than from ourselves? That's the part that kind of gets me.
Hmm.
It's like now hashtag self care Sunday is like a big thing. So how come that
What
can't
is
be
it?
every hashtag self care or hashtag self care Sunday? Like taking time for yourself.
Oh,
You know,
what is the
and
hashtag
so,
anyway?
huh?
What is the hashtag?
You know what a hash?
I
Oh,
really
that's what
do.
you don't do the social media like I
I
do.
know. I just doesn't. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So no, but I
I
think that
know.
one
I
just
feel the same way. Cosmo. Cosmo said the same thing.
yeah, but I think that one just speaks for itself. No matter how you're feeling, if you're feeling bad, do your best. If you're feeling good, do your best. If you're feeling mediocre, do your best. If you don't feel like doing anything, and if your best is laying in bed, then be the best person you can be laying in that bed.
Yep. Every day, every moment. Take it moment to moment, knowing in that moment you did the best you could.
And if you don't feel like getting up out of that bed, then don't get up. If you don't feel like
Exactly.
getting out that bathtub, don't get out. If you don't feel like going for your walk, I mean, it's all about energy, and so doing your best is in the realm of feeling,
Hmm.
not emotions, because emotions are up here. Emotions are based on past experiences, but when you move into here, into the feeling of it, then when you feel like your best, then you are your best. I mean, granted, there's always going to be some situations where but you know it is what it is.
And it's also too, as you're saying that, what was I going to say? Oh my gosh, I guess I'm not supposed to say it because it just went out as fast as it came in. It went woof. It might come back. I don't know. It's the energy today.
It is the energy today.
Time. I don't know if everybody's noticed. Time is really, it's really, it's doing interesting things right now, and that's all I'm going to say around that. So,
It is doing interesting things. It is, and you know what time it is now?
expression time.
Expansion time.
It's an expansion of the expression of who we are.
Yay! All this beauty and all this joy, all this yumminess, this
Yummy, yummy, yummy.
deliciousness that the universe is serving to us now. I mean, it's delicious energy. It's energy that we are connected to. And as Rebecca is queuing up for that, I just want to take this time to thank everyone for tuning in. Welcome back, Mother of Messages. It has been a while, so we appreciate you, appreciate your time and energy. And just to let you guys know that we do this every week, and we love to do this out of the joy of our hearts to bring forth wondrous and channeled information and wisdom to you, to your hearts. And if you find this show of great value, of great worth, as we do, click on the link in the description below and offer a heart centered donation, because every donation counts and it helps us to keep the show going. As we enjoy this, as we receive this, so do you. As we value your time and you value ours just the same in this amazing exchange of energy. Now
Exactly.
it's time for
The
expansion
expression.
time.
I'm going to call it the expression of expansion. So I'm feeling very playful today. Can you tell?
Not at all.
No, not at all.
Nope.
I'm trying to contain. I'm doing my. I'm no. I'm not going to contain myself. I'm going to be me. So anyhow, yeah. Who knows? Who knows what's going to be coming here around me? I just feel this huge transformation. And Cosmo wanted to say something. Did you hear him? I didn't tell you there. Talking about expressing and seeing yourself in the mirror today. I wish I could have brought. Should have put up the video. Cosmo today was saw himself in the reflection in the TV and just started admiring himself and barking at himself, and it was really funny. Maybe I'll get the video up. I can share next week because it was really hysterical. Anyway, he just wanted me to share that story, so he came in right on cue there. Okay, everyone. Oh, Indigo says hi, Cosmo.
Oh,
Yeah. And and he has a friend with him. Who is
he
this?
came to join me. It's been a while. Hi,
I
Naya.
know.
I
And
know.
who is that?
That's Naya. She heard me and then, oh, look, and that's her girlfriend, Zaya. Zaya's shy. Zaya ran away.
Oh, there you go. All the puppies come and play.
Yes, all the puppies come and play. And now, as we expand into this expression of awareness of who we are, allow for this newness to be received.
So everybody take a deep breath in. Just wanted to ground myself into this energy. It's funny this evening before the show I actually got prepared for this time where I pulled cards ahead of time to move into this energy tonight, and it's just kind of so cool how everything kind of flows together, what's going on. So everybody take another deep breath in and ground into themselves because the journey this evening is called a new chapter. That is what come forth. The energy has come forth, the new chapter of you that you're creating inside of you, bringing in the abundance of who you truly are. And I guess I say the abundance of who you truly are because we have not allowed ourselves to be the abundance of who we truly be from the past that has kept us locked in what shouldn't be. And now is the time to step in the truth of who we are. Everybody is being invited to begin the journey on the new chapter of them, to begin to birth a new part of them, to open up to the truth of who they are, expanding out even further as we step into the abundance and that financial health and that opening of that world that each one of us want to create, whatever that looks like and shows up for you and how that shows up. And no measurement of what others think, but only the measurement of your heart, of what you truly desire to be. Opening up now to expand, to open your heart to bring in more friendship and more togetherness and more opening to help assist others in a way through compassion. As we move down this path of creating this new world, being together, creating as one, but individually is so important right now in the path. And remembering information comes in that might not always be for you. That's why the important network of the web weaver you truly are, to open up, to know the truth of what's in your heart desire and what you're actually just meant to be a part of passing on. And as you step forward and expand even more, you suddenly are committed to yourself at a whole nother level of opening up, expanding to a whole nother part of you, of your strength of you that begins to grow and just becomes who you are as you anchor those roots to the new crystalline grid. You anchor those roots in the heart of who you are to expand out. And as you begin to do that, you start to notice something very important that you've never been able to quite witness at a new level. Because before you just carried it like that heavy backpack on your back. You just carried it and dragged it along and dragged it along and dragged it along. And it pulled you down and down and down. But guess what? Now it's just time to let all that go. We have the capability now of opening up to the expansion of you when you begin this journey to release and let go of all that and just feel that lightning as that of your soul, of who you are, of your heart, your body, that just complete release of all that you've been holding on to. That really does not matter in this game that we've been playing, this game of suffering we've locked ourselves and anchored into. And now is the time as you begin this new chapter to anchor into something else. And that something else is the beauty of who you are. And in that beauty, what happens? When we anchor into the beauty of who we are and allow that to explode inside of us, we begin to trust. Trust not only what's on the outside, but also what's coming within. And in that beingness of who we are, we expand out and our courage grows inside of our hearts where we can open up and move forward through anything that is put in our way. We become the hunter and the huntress of our own desires and passions. And in that hunting in a new way, it's with a sense of peace, not survival. Because we are surviving. We've survived everything, all the torturous things that have happened to us. Now it's to walk with that courage in our hearts in the space of peace, in knowing that all can flow. Because we are there. We are there. And as you start to do that, your confidence of who you are starts to build more and more. And that flow and that peace just grows and you expand and you expand. And you find reconciliation within your heart of the forgiveness of what we need to forgive with in ourselves and also to others, that they were only doing the best they can as we do as well. And in the grand scheme of things, all that truly matters is the love of our heart and the prosperity of all that is now opening up to expand out in another way, in another creation, as we open up to this beautiful energy to become the prosperity of our heart, however that shows up for you. So breathe that in, take that in. Take a deep breath and just bring that in home. Put your hand on your heart, a hand on your stomach. Take a deep breath and just anchor that into you. Oh.
Oh.
So
And
that's the expression expansion story time for this evening. Thank you for joining in. Next week, it'll be another magical journey to the unknown.
Yes, and as you guys anchor in and breathe in all that energy, it is now time for the tune-up, because it would be Friday night without the tune-up.
Aha!
And so, as you were doing that, Rebecca,
yes,
I got the imagery.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't say I received what is supposed to be transmitted for this night, for this month of new energies that is abundantly flowing to us. Only if we allow ourselves to reach out and grab it, for us to take the proper action to receive. Because we have to take action, you guys. We have to take action to step into this beautiful expansion that Rebecca has eloquently described for us from the universal consciousness. And so, I know, right? So wherever you are, whatever you're doing, everyone taking it. Everyone just taking a nice big deep breath as I allow myself to be open to receive and connect to all the energies that are present in this time space energy that are watching us now and later in the
Thank you.
infinite, infinite, infinite now. And as you allow yourself to receive this breath of life, begin to imagine, to hold this vision of this beautiful pool of light. And whether this pool has white goldish color to it, white and gold colors, the colors of strength, power, wisdom, energy of the creator, this nameless beautiful light of energy that is in this space. And just imagine this pool going counter clockwise, and everything is just not in alignment. Everything is not moving the way it's supposed to be moved. Everything isn't flowing the way it's supposed to be flowing. All channels and canals are all cut off. There's nothing that can reach this amazing abundance of light. But as you now begin to allow yourself to take in your breath and relax, the tide of this water begins to now shift, allowing for this energy to move clockwise, moving in the correct direction. And as it begins to move in the correct direction, the channels, the gates begin to be open. The channels and canals begin to fill with this abundance of energy, this source energy that is for you, from you, to you, with the guidance and help of your loved ones, your guides, source energy, creator itself, allowing this beautiful, abundant energy to flow to you through the rivers and streams of life, connecting to all branches of life, all avenues of your heart's desire. In this moment, just take this time as you hold this vision, and in the center of this pool of light is your life. And envision how you want your life to be open as we now allow for this beauty and this magnificence that is contained here to flow to you as you command it so. Yes, command it so as you allow yourself to now take action, to align with the actionary steps, to align with the people, the opportunity, the newness, the success of your host's desires for them to manifest now with grace and ease into your existence, balancing out all harmonious energies, integrating and loving and clearing out all energies to allow this abundant mindset and energy to come to you, to be one with you. Allowing this flow, this tidal wave of energy to flow into your heart, to flow into your mind, to flow into your stomach, creating a level of coherence in the body as your cells speak to you, guide you, offer you this higher intelligence of information and wisdom that is for you, to allow your path to be clear, to be known, to feel, to intuitively connect to this energy, this stream of consciousness, this stream of light that is of abundance, of wealth, success, prosperity, and all of its beauty is here for you. And everyone just taking a nice big deep breath and allow this energy for you to be received. Allow our heart to connect to the truth of who you are. Oh, I just feel like warm and tingly inside. How about you?
I had it. I don't usually sound when you do that, but I had a sound that kept on repeating, so I had to express it.
Yeah, I love that. I love the hum. I love the hum. I love the hum. I love the hum.
It was
Hum,
just
hum,
coming
hum.
through as it was divine feminine energy that is just flowing through in that water pool, just bringing up. Yeah. So
Yeah, that was beautiful. I love that. Thank you so much for that. And thank you, everyone,
yes, thank
joining
everyone for
us
joining
tonight.
us. How exciting, how fun. Another Friday night. Cha-ching.
I know it's like, you know, if I don't know what to say, but I mean, if like, a Friday night without a tune-up is not a Friday at all.
I know.
It's just a regular day.
It's just a regular day. You need to tune yourself up, buzz yourself up for the weekend. Get yourself in tune
Yeah.
and keep on moving along,
Yep.
singing a song.
Exactly. And if you guys find value of what we do, please click on the link in the description and offer your heart-centered donation as we take time to do this from the goodness and love of who we are, our purpose being fulfilled. And I hope that you are fulfilled by watching this. And we appreciate the love that you send us by keeping this show going because every dollar counts. It's all energy, people.
Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us this evening and every Friday night you join us. You know, we've been doing this show for a while. I was like looking back, I'm like, oh my gosh, we've been over a year. I don't know the exact date. I can't remember. It's all like flowing together. But anyway, it's just so fun to do this. And I send so much appreciation out to everyone that supports us. And it's just it's just fun. So thank you so much for playing with us in the cosmos and open your heart to expand to spend time and it's just so much appreciated and it just makes me happy to see people that are growing. So love you all. And remember, don't limit yourself, create yourself, be the change in you. Mwah. Until
Till
next
next week, everyone. Have an amazing day,
evening, day.
evening, week.
No stars. No stars. That is good night in Welsh because I'm learning Welsh. Actually, I'm learning Welsh, Navajo, and Irish right now. So thank you.
Yes.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Thank you.